Hey, video 2 for 2019. So we went into goals. So now we're going into the structure of things. So I don't know if you've noticed, but we have the vision, the values, the beliefs, all that's the mindset stuff, or what I would call the environment. When you take the next step down, we're looking at structure. We're looking at goals. Goals can also come into environment a bit as well, because that's a bit of your vision. But what you're doing is you're giving your vision some structure, some 6 month, monthly, weekly structure, my professional, my personal, maybe your health goals, maybe your sales goals, maybe your team management goals, or whatever it is within your center. But you're giving some structure. I want to step back and look at the overall structure. And what I want to touch on is areas that you need to focus on. So with any type of business development position, so you're helping to develop and grow the business, there's areas you need to focus on. Specifically, within the persuasion area, or the sales department, let's say, there's these areas. Now, mindset, we've gone into a lot. What I've really attempted to do, and I hope I've succeeded, is to map out exactly what mindset is. A lot of people talk, you've got to have a strong mindset, or it all comes down to mindset, or mindset's the foundation. But what does that actually mean? I've always found it to be a very kind of airy-fairy term. And so what I've done is to break it specifically down. It's your vision, it's your beliefs, it's your values. These things come together to make up how you think. Or as some would say, your map of the world. So you have, and think of it this way, right? And I'm going off on a tangent, but I hope this is interesting. So you have a map of Brisbane. It's not actually Brisbane, is it? It's a map. It's a representation of Brisbane. So we all live through our own maps. We all have our representations of reality, of the world. So it's the biggest contributors to that is your upbringing, which, the nature versus nurture, but how that influences your vision, what you think is possible for your future, your values, your beliefs, your standards, all those type of things. So that's the mindset. That's something you really need to focus on to get results anywhere. And second of all is the actual persuasion process. So that is finding prospective clients some way, talking to them, persuading them that they should be doing business with you. And that comes up to, actually that persuasion conversation, the follow-up. So if they don't sign right there on the spot, or even if they do, you still need to get back in touch with them. And you don't want that to linger on too long. You want to be right on top of those things. The follow-up, referrals, asking for referrals. If you've done a good job, is there anyone else you know people that are similar to you? Is there anyone else that could benefit from my services or these products, or our centre? Then you've got to go back and constantly review this process. Because what happens in almost any sales department is you go into a business, if there's good training, they'll let you know how things go. They might even give you a little bit of a script and a process to go through. People go through that, they get results. They start banging along, they're earning money, they've got heaps of clients signing up. Then they start to get cocky. And they think that they're actually better than what they are, or it was more them than it was the actual years of training and proven results they put together, and they deviate from that process. And then strangely, their results seem to drop. So to stop that, you need to be continually reviewing the process. Now, also that's how your process gets better and better. It's how you get more and more in touch with your clients. It's especially with your marketing. The more and more your avatar, let's say, or your target audience, and in all your marketing, you can really speak to them, then you're going to convert people so much quicker and easier. So review the process. As with anything, implement and then review so that you can improve. Training, highly important. Strange that you would hear that from a sales trainer. But yeah, we do always need to, things are always changing. The only thing that we can rely on nowadays, the only thing that doesn't change is change itself. It's always going to be happening. So you want to stay ahead of the curve with that. To have a customer relationship management software or hardware. So that might be papers in a folder, or it might be sophisticated as one of the platforms on the internet. But you need some way to keep a track. And I'm pretty sure you guys have got that sort of, but keep track of your clients and all that, and how you can follow up with them, and notes that they've said and things like that. And then the fun factor. It's part of why I like sales as well. Like, some of it can be tough, But if you have the right training and you're doing a lot of this and you have the right mindset, it can be a very enjoyable job. And it can be a lot more fun than you realise. If you intentionally put that fun factor in there, then you're more inclined to do more of it. That again builds that momentum. So we spend, at least 8 hours a day at work. Might as well make it fun. So yeah, get creative with that. Throw some of that stuff in there, and that only builds the momentum and develop better and better results as you go. So those are the areas within the whole persuasion area or department that we really need to focus on, just so you can sit back and have an overview of what we're doing. So, all right, talk to you on the next one. Bye.